Hello friends, welcome to the 111th session of Hybris tutorial series on Hybris Tube. Today we are kicking off a brand new and exciting series on the SAP Hybris integration API module. In this series guys, we will demystify how the SAP Commerce, also known as SAP Hybris, communicate with the external systems, whether it is order data, product data or customer information. So, this video is the first episode in this series, and by the end of the today's session, you will have a solid understanding of what the integration UI tool is, what an integration object is, how SAP Hybris talks to an external systems, and how to create the integration objects using both the UI tool and Impex scripts. So, what are the topics we are going to cover in this video? Firstly, we will start with a quick demo to show how SAP Hybris communicates with the external systems using the integration objects. This will give you a practical sense of how the things work, and then we will break it all down step by step. Next, we will talk about the integration UI tool, what it is, where to find it in the back office, and how to enable it in your local setup. I will also walk you through the required extensions and the access group you need right to enable this integration UI tool. Then we will take a look at all the integration API related extensions. What are all those extensions? Those are related to the integration API module, right? Think of them like a different building blocks that makes the integration work. So I will explain what each extension does in very simple terms. Next, we will explore what an integration object actually is, why it is so important, and how it plays the role of a contract between Hybris and external systems. We will also discuss when and why you should use the integration objects. We will also talk about OData, which is the underlying protocol that makes this communication possible between Hybris and external systems. Once we understand the theory, we will jump into a hands on session where we will create the integration object in two ways, first using the UI tool and then using the impact statements. And finally, we will wrap it up with a live test where we will hit the generated endpoint from a Postman and see the real data flowing between Hybris and the external system using the integration object we created. So this is a detailed video on the integration object, and once you watch the full video, you will have a very clear understanding how the integration object work and how integration objects basically helps in communication between Hybris and the external systems. So guys, let's begin with a short demo that shows Hybris sending or receiving the data from an external system using the integration objects. So this will help you visualize what we are building, and don't worry guys, we will break it all down step by step right after this. So guys, as you can see, I have created an item type Hybris tube product, right? And as you can see currently this table, right, the table name is Hybris tube products. This table doesn't have any data, right? But now what I have done, I have created an integration object, right? And through this integration object, any external system can communicate with the Hybris on this table, on the table name Hybris tube product, which means any external system can get the data from this Hybris tube product table or can insert the data into this Hybris tube product table, provided it has the right credentials or it has the right authorization to insert the data or to get the data from this table. How this integration object is created and how it is helping in exporting or importing the data from the external system, we will discuss in some time. But I have created this integration object, and because of this it provides a contract between the external system and Hybris system, and because of this external system can push the data into Hybris into the table Hybris tube product, right? So now I will show you that how an external system can push the data into this table using the integration object concept, right? So let's suppose that external system is the Postman, right, which wants to insert the data into the Hybris Tube product table, right? And this is the data I want to insert. If you carefully see the Hybris Tube product table, right, it has some attributes, and it has the attribute, one attribute is code, second is name, third is description, fourth is URL, fifth is stock, right? It has these five attributes, and from the Postman you can see I am trying to insert the data into all these five attributes, right? Here I have set the name as Hybris Tube product 1, right? Code as prod001, right? URL as www.hybristube.com, stock as 123455, right? And the description as Hybris Tube product description, right? Now you can see, guys, as soon as I will make this call, right? I will make this post call, and how this post call is created, that also we will discuss in some time. But as soon as, guys, you can see I click on the send button, right? You can see here I have received the message 201 created, right? And the data has been inserted into the Hybris Tube product table. Let's see whether the data has been inserted into the Hybris Tube product table or not. So you can see, guys, now the data has been inserted, right? So you can see the same code value, right? Prod001, and the same name value, Hybris Tube product 1, the same description value, right, which we have added into our body, right, into our post request. It is inserting the same data into this table. I hope, guys, it is clear to you, and now you have a very brief feeling, right, how the integration object can help in insertion of the data into the Hybris item types, right? For example, here I have showed you that I am able to insert the data into the Hybris Tube product, right, using the integration object concept. I have used the external system as Postman, right? But you can use any external system. For example, let's say product data hub, right? That system wants to push the product related data into the Hybris system. So how the product data hub can push product related data into the Hybris system using the integration concept, right? Provided it has the right authorization to push the data into the Hybris system. So this is one of the standard mechanism. So we will discuss in detail how this integration object is created, how this basically integration object works, right? What is this integration UI tool? How to enable this integration UI tool? We will discuss all the concepts in detail in this video. Similarly, guys, you can push more data as well. For example, now if I want to push more Hybris Tube product with a different name like Hybris Tube product 2, right, and the code value as PRD002, right, maybe the stock value as 123456, right, and the description as, let's say, Hybris Tube product description 2, right? So let's say I want to send this data as well, right, into the Hybris system. So you can see I have clicked on send, and then it has returned the response 201 created, which means a new resource has been created successfully, which means a new row has been created successfully into the Hybris Tube product table. And you can see over here as well, a new row has been created. Now here you saw I was able to post the data into Hybris system, right? But similarly, I can get the data as well from the Hybris systems, which means if there is a proper authorization, right, any external system can fetch the data as well from the Hybrid system using the integration object concept. I will show you, for example, this is the get call, right? So this get call is basically to fetch the data from the hybrid system, right, from the table hybrid tube product, right? How this call is created, right, I will explain in some time. So you can see I am making this get call, and this get call will be basically giving me all the rows present into the Hybris Tube product table. Currently you can see in the Hybris Tube product table we have the two rows, right? And as you can see guys, as soon as I hit this API, right, you can see it is giving me these two results. First is Hybris Tube product 1, right? And the second one is Hybris Tube product 2, right? So this get call is basically giving me whatever the data is present into the Hybris Tube product table. So this means using the integration object concept, I can even fetch or I can even get the data as well from the Hybris system. So this means integration object concept basically gives you the flavor of both the insertion of the data into the hybrid system and fetching of the data out from the hybrid system. I hope guys this is clear to you. There is more flexibility, as you can see guys. You can even filter the data as well. For example, I got this data, right? I got two products data, but I want only a specific product with the code value as PRD001. So I can add this filter query as well, and now guys you will see that it will only give that product for which the code value is PRD001. As you can see, now it has given only this single product. I hope guys it is clear to you, and now you can see the benefits of using the integration object concept for communication between external system and Hybris, right? You can even add some filters as well to find or to get the desired data from Hybris system. But don't worry guys, I will explain this integration concept in detail, and then you will have a full understanding how I have created this integration object and how I have created these get and post APIs, right? How I have created this URL. We will discuss this OData as well in detail in some time, and then you will have the full clarity about the OData concept, right? And the creation of the integration objects. So the next topic is, what is the integration UI tool in SAP Hybris? I hope guys now you have a very good understanding, right? How the integration object work, right? So I have explained you what are the integration object, where we use the integration object, and how the integration object, right, helps in creating a blueprint which is used by Hybris as well as by external system to communicate between each other, right? So integration object or this blueprint decide that which attribute of a particular item type have to be imported, right? The value of which attribute for a particular item type have to be imported, that is decided by the integration object. So that's everything we are going to cover in today's session. In the upcoming episodes we will dive deeper into the topics like outbound sync, webhooks, monitoring, advanced integration object, and many more topics. So I hope guys you found this video useful, and if you found this video useful, please share this channel with your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye.